Have you been seeing a lot of large creators being called out for their toxic or abusive behavior? Me too. Let's talk about what that might look like when those people are called out. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay. I'm a certified trauma recovery coach. I specialize in recovering from abusive relationships, as I am also a survivor of abuse in a queer relationship. When large creators are called out, pretty much all the time, their followers are commenting on their content, asking for a response saying, please give us your side. We need to hear the truth here. We need to hear what's going on. This is true. You need to be held accountable, that kind of thing. So what can happen when the creator makes that video? A lot of times you'll see these creators immediately lash out and say that they're going to sue the person who's calling them out. They may actually do it. They may proceed and completely try to destroy this person's life. We see this a lot with people trying to leave their abuser, and the abuser's like, no, if I can't have you, no one will. I'm going to sue you until you have absolutely nothing left. It does actually happen. On the other hand, a lot of times it's just a threat. It's a threat, and the whole point is try to silence the victim and to distract everyone else from what's really going on. You'll probably see a lot of like, oh, this kind of like, oh man, I didn't want it to come to this. This is really unfortunate. That kind of demeanor. They'll say some things to try to garner your sympathy. Again, like, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to be here. I never thought this would happen. I thought better of this person, etc. I didn't think they would stoop this low, right? You'll see a lot of self-defense. I didn't do anything wrong when this happened. I have the right to do this or to do that, or to not do this or do that, or, defending their behaviors. Yes, I did this, but also that's because they did that. They're going to turn it back on the person who is accusing them. A lot of times they'll be using the same words that the person who accused them were using to describe them. So if they were described as aggressive and defensive, they're going to say, and then this happened and that person was aggressive and defensive. They might try to come out with receipts themselves if the other person had receipts, and they'll try to again spin the opposite tale. So how can you tell who's telling the truth? Like I said, with all of those behaviors that you might see, look for a false sense of humility. Look for a lot of, again, blame shifting. A lot of times if we're accused of something and we did do that, for example, we see some creators being called out for racist comments or things like that. The ones who don't care and want to continue to stay in their, projection that they're going towards are going to make excuses, project, blame shift, all that stuff. But the ones who are genuinely have made a mistake and are willing to grow and learn, they're going to say, I'm so sorry. I had no idea, or I did, and I just didn't realize how harmful that was, and I will be making changes to make sure I don't do this again. They're genuinely apologetic. They're not making excuses. It's not a long, drawn-out video of why they did that and why it should be okay that they did that. Look out for someone who's all of a sudden completely on the defense, and they're going to do whatever they can to protect. Wow, my hand is really shaking. They're going to do whatever they can to protect their image, to protect their platform, to try to continue on as normal with the amount of followers they have, to keep doing what they were doing, and to just act like, again, that they were completely innocent, that nothing ever happened. They're going to want to maintain that facade. They're going to want to keep you around, and they are going to want you to believe that the other person or people who are accusing them are crazy and making it up.